sure you realize I may have difficulty knowing
Go in here with Calvin Sanders.
Is now joining.
I'm sorry, did you hear me? Just make sure there's identification.
Yes. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. As a courtesy, I would ask that everyone, unless you are speaking, please keep your phone on mute. And then, as our court reporter just stated, if you do say something, please state your name clearly and slowly for the court reporter. My name is David Reitzel. I am the chair of the North Carolina Appraisal Board and will preside over this hearing. This public rulemaking hearing of the North Carolina Appraisal Board is hereby convened. Let the record show that it is now 10:03. It is April 21st, 2020, and this hearing is taking place telephonically, and an access code was publicized on the board website, on the administrative hearing website, and was emailed to interested parties. Any other members of the board who are present at this hearing, please state your name at this time.
Clay Taylor.
Of Palmer, North Carolina Association of Realtors.
Is now joining.
Mike Warren.
Sarah Burnham.
Claire, are you on the call?
Yes, Claire Offramp.
Perfect. Thank you. Don Rogers, Executive Director of the Board, and Sandra Panico, Board Attorney, are also on the call. The North Carolina Appraisal Board, pursuant to the authority vested in it by the North Carolina Appraisers Act and the North Carolina Administrative Procedures Act, proposes to adopt as a temporary rule 21 NCAB 57B 0615. Notice of this hearing has been posted on the Office of Administrative Hearings website on March 26, 2020. A copy of the notice of rulemaking proceedings will be made a permanent part of the record in this matter. The hearing is being conducted in accordance with provisions of Article 2, Chapter 150B of the North Carolina General Statutes. Our purpose is to provide interested parties an opportunity to present their views concerning the rulemaking action that is proposed. Please note that this is a time for board to receive remarks. Members of the board will not respond to questions, but will listen to any comments presented. If members of the public need clarification on the proposed rule, please contact a member of the board staff. Before the board hears comments from members of the public present at this hearing and from staff, Ms. Sandra Panico, Board's counsel, will present a summary of the proposed temporary rule.
Thank you, Mr. Bexell. The proposed temporary rule 21 NCAB 57B-0615 was created or was proposed due to the state of emergency in North Carolina and the United States, and the board is taking, due to the COVID-19 crisis, and the board is taking the following action, or proposes to take the following action. School and course sponsors for qualifying education and continuing education shall cancel or suspend all in-person courses immediately until September 30th.
A little bit, Ms. Panico.
Oh, sure. I can also send you a copy of this as well. Until September 30th, 2020. Presently, there's an emergency rule in effect. So right now, these courses, this identical rule is in effect as an emergency rule, which is set to expire as set forth in the rule June 30th, 2020. And so this rule would expire September 30th, 2020. And in addition to canceling in person, it allows remote distance learning for continuing education courses under core provisions, core requirements. And it also allows students to make up qualifying education course hours by attending another course that is equivalent to the original course by the same school. And until September 30th, 2020, schools and course sponsors may offer remote distance learning for qualifying education education courses, as long as the qualifying education courses are approved in accordance with basically the IDEX provision. All of the board rules that apply to continuing education or qualifying education that do not conflict with this rule are in effect and enforced by the board. And finally, all applicants that are unable to take the licensing examination within 1 year due to illness or the testing service location being closed shall make a written request to the board, and the board shall grant extension to take the licensing examination. So that is basically a summary of the temporary rule being proposed.
Thank you, Ms. Panico. Have any written comments been received from members of the public concerning this proposed rulemaking?
No, Mr. Chairman, no written comments have been received.
Thank you, Ms. Panico. Is anyone present on the call that wishes to provide oral comments on the proposed rule? If so, please state your name at this time, and each of you will be provided an opportunity to present your oral comment.
Seth Palmer from NC Realtors.
Thank you, Seth. Okay, then at this time we will take comments from each person who requested to provide an oral comment. Once you have reached a time limit of 5 minutes, I will notify you, and then we will move to the next speaker. Please be reminded the board will not respond to your comments. Go ahead, Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. My name is Seth Palmer, and I'm the Director of Regulatory Affairs and External Communications for NC Realtors. On behalf of our more than 48,000 members, some of whom are themselves licensed appraisers represented by the NC Realtors Appraisal Section, as well as all of our members who rely on the services of appraisers to complete their work, thank you for all you do on behalf of the state's real estate industry. We know that these are challenging times for our state and nation and appreciate the diligent work of our licensing boards to recognize the challenges faced by licensees. Given the board's unique relationship with federal regulators, we realize the difficulties in the drafting of these rules, so we especially applaud the work which has gone into them by the staff and the board members. We appreciate the board's work to craft the temporary rules included in 21 NCAC 56B 0615 before you today. NC Realtors sees them as a vital step to protecting the health and safety of licensees, educators, their families, and their communities at large by limiting personal contact through attending in-person courses. As has been done by other licensing boards, most notably the North Carolina Real Estate Commission, the allowance for classes to be taught through remote distance learning platforms is a welcome step forward. We support the requirements that courses and sponsors must abide by maintaining verification of course participants as they would for in-person classes. Excuse me. While appraisal work has been designated as an essential service through both federal guidance as well as state orders, we know it doesn't mean that business is continuing as usual. All avenues must continue to be explored to provide support to licensees and the real estate industry as a whole. NC Realtors and the NC Realtors Appraisal Section stand ready to provide any assistance to the board needed. Thank you for your continued service, and stay safe. Mr. Chairman, that concludes the remarks provided by NC Realtors.
David, are you muted?
Mr. Reisel?
Unknown participant is now joining.
Mr. Reisel? Mr. Reisel, are you on the call?
Okay, I'm back, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Forgive me, a little technical difficulty there. The record of this proceeding will be available for public inspection at the board's office during regular business hours. The board will receive written comments until April 25th, 2020 at 5 p.m. The board will consider the comments made today as well as all written comments and will render a decision on the proposed rulemaking action after the comment period closes on April 25th, 2020. The board will hold a conference call on Tuesday, April 28th, 2020 at 10 a.m., which will be posted on the board's website, and the public will be provided an access code to listen in on the call. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank all of you for your attendance at this proceeding. This hearing is now concluded.
Mr. Reitzel?
Yes.
I just want to make sure there are no other oral comments that anyone wishes to make.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had asked that question. Apparently, I'm having a little bit of phone difficulty for some reason. I apologize. After Seth spoke, I did ask, so I will go back. Are there any other persons that would like to speak? Please forgive me.
Yeah, I don't think that was heard, yeah.
Okay.
But there might not be.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lynn, do you need anything
Multiple
else?
people are now exiting.